The next event, women's 1500 meters finals. Sorry, pardon me. It's women's 4 into 400 meters relay.
Maldives is the second of the teams. They are in lane 6. The positions, the way the team come, they first start with the third and then to the seventh. Likewise, Bangladesh to the far right. So there you are, Bangladesh in 3, Sri Lanka in 4, India in 5, Maldives in 6, and Nepal in 7. The 4x400 meters relay final. After Sri Lanka took the gold, India took the silver, and Bangladesh got the bronze. The lights have come up. It's a brilliant sight here at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Chennai. We're watching the lineup of the 4x400 meters relay for the junior women. 1 and 2 will be no teams, 8 will be no team. And in approximately 7 odd minutes we will have, as we are now. Sandra Mol Sabu, remember she finished second in the 400 meters. And Neeru Pathak, once again, an outstanding runner. So India should be the favorites. Bangladesh here are in 3. Their combination of Jahan Aruna, Akhtar Khatun, and Akhtar Sumai. Sri Lanka with Vijayatunga, Pravindi, Sasini, and Nuhans. Bangladesh are in 3. Sri Lanka on 4, India 5, Maldives 6, and Nepal not there. Yes, so we have only 4 of the teams here in the 4x400 meters. India will surely, Sandra, like to make amends from the loss by the men in the 4x400. The world record, once again, the United States of America, 2019, San Jose, 3 minutes 24.04. Some of the best current runners in the senior category have all run the juniors in the United States. The Sri Lankan team out here, 343.31, 2018. That's been their personal best. The season's best, 346.20. India, 340.43 is their season's best. So clearly, Indians, unless, of course, the Sri Lankan team have decided to do what their men did, inspire the men, inspire the women. Normally it's the other way around. Women inspire the men.
At the end of the day, performance matters, Milind. India under-20 team had a personal best of 3 minutes 34.18 seconds in the year 2022, whereas Sri Lanka under-20 team had their personal best at 3 minutes 43.31 seconds in 2018. So very close in this category also between Indians and Sri Lankans. Of course, Bangladesh had a timing of 4 minutes 3.95 seconds in 92, and Maldives had a best timing of them with 4 minutes 15.0 seconds in 2011. And now Nepal is not going to take place anyhow.
So there they are, the first of the 4 runners taking off. Bangladesh with Jahan Aruna, Sri Lanka through Vijayatung, India through Sangle Sachin, and the Maldives with Faiz Hawa Muzin on the back straight. Cool, calculated, the first of the Indian runners, Sachin Sangle S. They are, this is going to be the crucial phase, because if the Indians do manage to get that lead of about 5 or 6 meters, which isn't there right now. The lead is just about 2 odd meters. But the Sri Lankans looking good as well. This crowd out here cheering the two, India and Sri Lanka, because very strong support staff for the Sri Lankans. But that lead for the Indian second runner, Sandra Teena Kanista, is perhaps, oh, look at that beaten exchange. Could have been a little more faster out there. They lost a few precious seconds. The Sri Lankan girl is looking strong out there. It's now left to Teena Kanista. Sri Lanka through Pravindi Dunshi at the back straight. This is where it's all going to happen between these two for sure.
Yes, Indians need just a meter or 2 meters odd gap. Then we can see the best finish from them. That is what the gap they have lasted in the men's category in the 4 into 400 meters relay. Just the damage done over there in that small gap. The Sri Lankans have a drastic change in their run. Now coming back to the 4 into 400 meters women, we can see the lead by the Indian.
Well, she's certainly built up a massive lead there. If the Indians don't win from here on, they've got to blame themselves. Now we got the third of the runner. She's looking good. She's very experienced. Sandra Mol Sabu, she's the experienced of the four runners, along with Neeru Pathak, who is going to be the anchor for them. A brilliant start there by the first two, and it's making the job for Sandra Mol Sabu that much more easier. She perhaps can look over her shoulders and say that I'm in command now, my team is in command, and those strides, I'm sure, are going to stand her in good stead as she comes to the far back after the 200 meters, now coming into the home straight at the start of the 100 meters. From there on, she'll hand it over to number 4. India surely looks for the gold, unless of course there is something drastic or disastrous which happens for them. But look at her, Sandra Mol Sabu, absolutely cool like a cucumber.
Of course, Pathak Neeru takes the anchor leg. She had the strength. She had the opportunity to finish it to her best. Of course, they are in the lead. They can finish it. Sri Lankans, undoubtedly, they are in the... it's impossible. They have a lot of gap to damage done by them. So, Indians almost in the lead.
So yes, at the final 200 meters, it's now ticking away. The meet record for the women is for the women in the 4x400 meters. The women is 3 minutes 43.31. Are they going to better it into the last 20 odd meters? The record surely not being broken. 3:44.21, I suspect, but we'll wait for the official timing. Neeru Pathak does it for them, and Swarnata, the defeat of the Indian men by the Sri Lankans has been avenged out here, and it's a sweet victory for the Indian women.
They have taken the revenge. Of course, men in the slight variation in the second lap, they have lead with the Sri Lankans. The gap could not be overtaken by them. Of course, the women had taken the revenge of that defeat in the 4 into 400 meters women finals. Here comes the timings. The Indian team clocking at 3 minutes 44.35 seconds, taking the gold, and Sri Lanka at 3 minutes 49.99 seconds. Bangladesh taking the bronze at 3 minutes 57.37 seconds.
So the official confirmation, once again, 344.35 for India, 349.99 for Sri Lanka, and the bronze to Bangladesh, 357.37. Certainly a very happy picture of the frame. Here they are. The combination of some wonderful display, that combination for the Indians of Sanchin Sangle, Teena Kanista, Sandra Mol Sabu, and Neeru Pathak.